This is Air, Land and Sea on the 2 or Less channel. It's a very quickie review. Here's my reviews. It's a great game. Go and buy it. Other people who've done reviews and who have explained the gameplay to you would take exactly the same thing. No worries about that. It's fun, it's quick, it's exciting. Go and buy it. The reason for this video is the only thing that this game lacks as a quickie micro game is solo rules. There's no solo rules in that book, but there is here, and it fits onto half a sheet of A4 paper, which folds up nicely. On here, this bit up here is the basic rules for the bot's artificial intelligence. This bit down here is a small caveat, which when you start to play this game a few times, you get better at it. You learn how to beat the bot more often than not. So this thing here redresses that balance in favour of the bots, or in favour of balance, I suppose. Balance in favour of balance. But it gives you an exciting twist at the end. This final bit here is more of an extra bit of extra rules, where here is the bot controlling the game. This is the bot's extra little part of it. This part here is more of a couple of parameters that the bot can use, but the human will put much more interaction into it. So we should play this game through using these bot rules and using this get out of jail free card at the end that the bots get, should it come to that. Before we get going, may I mention that I make these videos in aid of a charity called Cure Parkinson's. You can guess what they're trying to do. There's a link to them below this video and one in the About section on the channel page. If you happen to have a spare dollar, euro, yen, yen, or a theatre of war you could send to them, I'm sure that they'd appreciate it. Also, below this video will be a link to BGG, where I shall get these rules uploaded onto their file section in the Air, Land and Sea, Sea, Land, whichever the Air, Land and Sea, Sea, Land, whichever its group variant is, but into their file section under the 2 or Less name. Somewhere in there you'll find bot rules, and it'll be these ones here that you can work with. Let's go to the other side of the camera and see these rules in a bit more close-up detail, and we'll have a little run through of the game too. So here we are, set up, ready to go. I've shuffled all the cards, dealt everything out. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's go through the rules as written down. We have here a bot player. I think it's come from a Kinder Egg or something like that. It's going to be our bot. The rules suggest that the bot is always the first player on every round. I know that in the box rules it alternates, but I've tried to keep with the box rules as much as I can. But I think this is important, that the bot should become the first player, because that will affect the enhanced difficulty part right at the very end, once you get more used to how this game plays and how your skills develop. You start beating the bot more often. So try to make the bot the first player, but if you want to alternate, be my guest. The bot is dealt their cards face downwards. I say I shuffled these up. I don't know what's in there. Don't know what's in our pack. We're going to find out live as it is. So 6 cards face down, and they play the top one from their hand face up into a matching theatre. As you know, with this game, face up gives you the bigger points. Face down will give you those 2 points, but cards can get flipped, blah-de-blah. It will go into a matching theatre unless it forces the bot to withdraw. Now, the withdrawal conditions for the bot: if the bot tries to play or move a 4th card into their side of the theatre, they return that card back to their hand and withdraw. Obviously, the human player would then get the points for the bot withdrawing. But unless the bot can avert the withdrawal. Now, the withdrawal conditions can be averted by other cards being down here. If there's a redeploy card or an aerodrome card or an airdrop card that could move cards around, it would negate that stipulation that the bot must withdraw. There is another one odd card before we go to how this bot would move cards around. It's the blockade card. The blockade card is very specific in this game. It goes into the sea, which is over here. And if I remember rightly, without digging through whichever one of the packs it's in, if the blockade card was here, played by the human, you'd only put 3 cards in total in here. Otherwise, the bot has then got to discard the card, because that's what the blockade card says. but the bot will do something that the human would do, which would be to flip the card and put it into another theatre along there, upside down. You understand how the bot's going to try to play like a human in that respect. But in other sections of the game, it's how does the bot choose which cards to move, which cards to flip, etc. There is a flip priority down here. The bot is going to try to flip their face up, and there is the bot. You and your is the human player. There is the bot. They will try to flip their face down card to a face up. So anything that's not showing into a showing card, it's usually going to be better for them. They'll try to flip your face up card to a face down, your face down card to a face up, and finally, if they really must, they will flip their face up card to a face down. That's what they're going to try and do. They're trying to do the best for them most of the time, and if they have to, the worst for them right at the very end. But how does it choose which theatre to go to? And what I've said is the card being placed down, or the card that causes an effect, you call that your reference card for the bot's theatre of choice. That would be, if you're playing cards, say, into land, then that would be a reference card into that land theatre. And when given the choice, the bot will select an adjacent theatre to your right. Just work with yours rather than looking at it from their point of view. So to your right of the reference card. So if a bot played a card into here and it caused an effect saying flip a card in adjacent theatre, it would look to its right hand side first, and then it would try to do one of these bot card flip conditions. If it couldn't do it to the right, it would do it to the left hand side. If not, it would try and do something in its own theatre that it was being placed in, if it's legal to do that. And if not, it was if say it couldn't do anything in there, and you were playing, say, the sea level, or say this one on the left hand side. If it couldn't do anything in there, it would finally go over to that one there, double way, provided it was a legal move to do it. If it was flipping an adjacent card, it couldn't do it. If it was flipping any card, it could possibly do that. You understand this if you understand the game, and I'm sure if you're looking at these bot rules, you understand what I'm talking about there a bit better than I'm explaining it. But the secondary card effects are played after a card has been played or flipped as per the bot rules. You know, if one card gets flipped, affects another card, then the reference card may start moving around, because that reference card is going to be moving across one side or t'other of the theatre, or to different theatres, because one card flip affects another card flip, etc. And if one of those choices eventually causes a bot to withdraw, then it's still going to have to do that. There's nothing you can do about it. But that is the basics of the bot rules. Try to make the bot win if you can, because that's what the bot is going to try to do for itself. Now, there is this bot in difficulty enhancement. We'll get to that at the end should we need to, but I found myself beating the bot quite a bit with this top section of rules, and I didn't want to beat it. I wanted to give me a good game. This really does give you a good game. It adds that little bit of a twist to the end, and there's two difficulty enhancements. This one here, this top part, I like using. I use it all the time. Now, the bottom part sends you over to there, and basically it just changes it around. It's no different for the basics and with the withdrawal, but the choice priority is now different. It's when resolving secondary effects, bot reads may, as you, as in the human player, must make the best decision for them. So we've taken away all the bot choices that would happen here, and you will make the best bot decisions. Really, all you're doing is giving the bot a withdrawal condition rather than anything else, which it can also be fun to play that version, but I particularly like using the bot rules and my enhancement. Let's get going with the game and see what happens. So we start off with the bot is always the first player. The bot takes the card. You don't see the bot deck or the bot cards until you start playing them, so it keeps a nice surprise for us. First card we have is Super Battleships. Must be played into its own matching theatre. They got 6 up there, good strong start. We can look at the whole of the human hand. It doesn't actually matter what we've got here to look at them or not look at them. We've got a couple of seas, couple of land, couple of air. That's a nice little balance. I quite like usually having 3 in one theatre and perhaps 1 in the other. But let's play our containment card. I think play the containment card first into there. because it's a long way away from this battleship, and if the bot gets one of those flip cards in a minute, it's not going to, or have less of a chance of reaching this containment card. The containment card, if either player plays a battle card face down, immediately discard that card. So yeah, we've got to keep that pretty safe. Let's have a little look. We got the second bot card will be a transport card. You may move one of your battle cards into a different theatre, and with the bots, may is a must. That's slightly awkward. It means we have to move this battleship over to here, to the land. It's not actually going to be floating on land. It's going to be adding its 14-inch guns or 20-inch guns and shelling the troops on the land there. So, as a human player, we are going to play, I think, Escalation. All your face-down cards, and we don't have any here, are Battle Strength 4 from now onwards. Yeah, we're going to play that one. Not sure why, but I think we are now 2-1 up in this theatre and 5-0 up in that one, but we're losing on the land. It's very early days yet. The bot now, we're to another card. It get another C1, Manoeuvre. That's bad for the bot. Flip a battle card in an adjacent theatre. It must be played into the C theatre. The adjacent theatre, which is over here, its priority would be to flip one of our cards, our human cards. We haven't got one. It's got to flip its battleships. Oh dear, that is bad, bad, bad for the bot. We, as the human player, are going to try and capitalise on that. Let's get our heavy tanks in there. We've got 6 in the land. We are smashing that 6-2. We're losing here now 4-2, but we're up on here. So we're in good shape so far. The bot will play its fourth card. It's Covering Fire. That again is it's semi-bad. It boosts this card up from a 2 to a 4 because all cards covered by this are now strength 4, but they can't get this battleship flipped unless that card gets moved later on. So whilst they're drawing here, and a draw with the first player when it's tied is a win at the end of the game for Mr. Bot here. I think we're pretty good as human players here. So let's add some air support. We've got an air support card here. You gain +3 strength in an adjacent theatre, each adjacent theatre. We can't put it into here because we don't have a card allowing us to do that, but we can put it over here, which means this now is boosted up to 9 versus their 6. We're winning over here. So, 5th card to the bot will be Aerodrome. You may play battle cards a strength of 3 or less into non-matching theatres. So we can put a card from here, strength of 3 or less, into any other theatre. Again, we would observe that bot priority. It would try to work to the theatre to its right, if not the adjacent theatre to its left. We have 2 cards left. We have the Redeploy and we have Reinforce. I think we're going to redeploy. Yeah, redeploy. Return one of your face down battle cards to your hand. If you do gain extra turn, we haven't got any face down cards. We can play it over here. We are now, let's have a look over here. We are 6-4 up on these guys here. We are 9-8 because of our air support over here. And we are 6-4. We are smashing the bot this time out. What does the bot get as its last card? The bot get heavy bombers. Has to go in the air. We can't move it to somewhere. That may is a must, but it's bigger than a 3, so we don't have to observe that particular stipulation. So the heavy bombers go in there. The bot is winning 10-6 over here, but we're beating it everywhere else. Our last card we get is a Reinforce. Look at the top card of the battle deck. You may play it face down into any adjacent theatre. Well, this goes into here. We've now got 10 points into here. Face down card from here. It's a manoeuvre card. So we must play it down into an adjacent theatre. So, sorry, adjacent theatre to this card. Let's play it over there into the sea. We got plenty because I think we've lost here anyway, 10-6, and this 2 points won't make any difference. We are winning here, and we are winning over here, hands down, 4, 8 to 4, no problem at all. So that is the end. The human player has won this theatre, 9 to 8, this theatre, 8 to 4, and we've lost over here. But this is where this bot difficulty caveat comes into it. We've won on 2 theatres, but there is this thing. If the bot loses 3 theatres, the bot takes the top 2 cards from over here, just move back into the camera, over there, from the top of the battle deck and plays them face up onto their matching theatres without restriction. They go, if it's an air one, it goes bang onto there, face up, and whatever that score is gets added to it. You do not observe any of these secondary effects. It wouldn't say flip something else, you wouldn't flip it. You just take the numbers that you can get from it. But if the bot loses 2 theatres, in which case it lost 2 theatres for us, the bot plays the top card from the battle deck face up onto the matching theatre, again without restriction. So can we get 1 card here as a get out of jail free card from top of this deck? We don't know what it is. We're 2-0 up on this bot. It's got a long way to go to catch up with us. Let's see what it can do. It is a ambush card. It goes onto the matching land theatre. That is 2. That becomes a 4 because of the covering fire from this card. 4, 8, 9, 10 versus our 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from our air support over here. The bot has won here. That 2-point card has caused a draw in the middle theatre, our land theatre. Bot wins on tied theatres. The bot has damn well beaten us. One moment. So that's it. That's how it's done with those bot rules. And the get out of jail free card at the end, that stuffed us, didn't it? But I like that little twist at the end because more often than not, the bot is trying to play pretty intelligently. And I say the withdrawal rule, that does work really nicely. The bot's selection of choice is not always premium, but it is usually a fairly good choice. And as you know, you don't know what the randomness of these cards are going to be. So you could be making what you think is a bad choice because the bot's choice thing has sent you to do that. It turns out to be right in the end. So it's good and bad with that priority of choice. But that get out of jail free card at the end there, where you can flip 1 or 2 cards from the battle deck onto a theatre, has in this case got the bot to beat us. And I am finding with that with this extra bot difficulty part down here, the bot is now beating me 50% of the time, which is absolutely fine with me. As I say to you, the last little part on this corner of the page, it really is just saying observe the withdrawal conditions for the bot and placing cards into the matching theatre. But there is one small caveat with this, or difference from the basic rules, is if the bot tries to play a 4th card rather than play or move a 4th card. Other than that, you're going to be making some premium choices for the bot. And with that, you are really pitting human against human. You're pitting yourself against yourself, which, okay, it's still got a big element of fun. I still like doing it, but I do like that one at the end there when you will flip a card randomly from the top of that deck and cry into your beer. So that is it. We're done now. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, be cool.